Woo! Just added us back just in time. One of those, I'm forgetting to do something. I'm popping up all these shout outs. And I'm like, oh, right, I should add us back into this. That's important. Makes the show go much smoother. Welcome to Canucks With Guitars. I'm your host, Ben. This is Tom. That's Terry. And we are doing live Q&A right here on the YouTubes. If you're new, please subscribe. New or returning, please say hello in the chat. If you're watching our replay, say hello in the comments. It's not too much to ask. It'd be great. Let's get to some roll call. Roll call! Yes. We've got the one and only Thomas Santiago. He hails from Buffalo, New York. Yep, him. You know who else is from the state of New York? Joe Hervey 84.
Joe Hervey.
Do you know who isn't? Hit Metalworks. There's Magic Man, Martin Lemaire, Charles 75N, Zach Thong, the one and only Tinkerbell, Paul McNary, Randy Crooks, Janice Lala, Warlag, Gear Junkie 35, T Ricky, the whole group of members all right there. Let's see, Magic Man, Randy Crooks, yes, Magic Man, Hit Metalworks, Thomas Santiago, Magic Man, Terry's 3Gs, nope, never heard of him. Nope. BC Rich 581, one of the OGs of the channel. Let's see, did we say hi to Tim Thomas? We just did. Bent Tom, never heard him either.
No, I neither.
Not once. No, that's all the pre. Oh, I Rock Zed Blues. Yeah, well, I was. Yeah, they got flashed up at the start. There, they got their on screen even because Paul Leonard Ewing's here. William Cooper, hello, welcome. I think that's a new name in the chat. Awesome sauce. Awesome sauce. Really, we went there already. Yep. Yeah, I'm just a middle-aged white guy who likes guitar. That's clear. Yep. Anywho's it's. Excuse me. Welcome one, welcome all. Yes, there is a story that'll come up in the show. We'll wait for more people to jump in, so I don't have to tell the story multiple times. I really don't want to. Dave Ennis is here.
What's up, Dave?
Absolute mayhem.
Dan, New Jersey.
Dan of New Jersey's here. Awesome.
It's good. I got to meet
not
Dan
formerly known NHL goaltender Tim Thomas.
I got to at least
Terry Himes.
Dan of New Jersey on the interwebs when Tony had his backstage party for the winners the other night, so that was cool.
Cool.
Oh, nice.
Meet a couple people, put names to faces.
Speaking of meeting some people, returning this coming Sunday, we have Dylan Washburn from Flipside Music. Yeah, Dylan's gonna. We're gonna be talking pedals for sure, and we could also you could actually. Well, I know Terry, you're very active in the FAQs. Tom, I know you watch. I don't think you ask as many questions because you know more stuff than us. You just play the part. I know you do.
I like to just sit there and watch because
you can't stump Dylan. You can't stump because the guy's. I think he started doing actual research when he doesn't know the answer. Like, who does that?
I don't know. Yeah, that was fun, Dan. Yeah, man, that was great. Yeah. That guy knows insane amounts. That's why I watch. I just watch for the knowledge dump. I'm like,
yeah.
Yeah, and I was just going to say, he almost takes over the whole segment.
I just kind of offers opinion. Yeah, sort of like, Dylan definitely has taken over hosting it, and it's sort of like aisle-filled questions, and I'll say, guys, opinions.
Dylan's the techie guy, Ike's the comic relief.
Yeah.
That's how I see it.
Well, you're close, Ike, but there was actually 4 different versions.
Or Ike knows what he knows, and he likes what he likes.
Yeah. And that's not to say I know a lot. That's just to say Dylan knows a crazy amount.
And booked for a week after Sunday, so the next Sunday. Hey, Muddy Waters. Good to see you, buddy.
Hey, Muddy.
I have, for the first time on the channel, been wanting to get him on for years. He's the Forgetful Jones guest. I keep saying, I want to get you on. And I've said it to him lots of times and never have. But I am now. And that's the one and only Charles Green will be coming on.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, nice.
I love it.
Yes.
Glad to hear that,
Charles
Charles.
Green.
Yeah, I've done multiple hangouts with him, like over, Tom over on Fruitcake's channel and stuff, and always have a blast. And he's been watching me for ages, and I was like, dude, he's like, yeah. I'm like, you want to? He's like, of course.
I've dubbed Charles Green the most generous man on the interwebs.
He's a cool cat. And he kind of reminds me. Now, Tom, you definitely, because you've done hangouts with Charles on several occasions, like hangouts
Every
being
week.
live streamed. Does he not have very similar vibe to JJ in that he's kind of been there, done that, and doesn't need to talk about it?
No, exactly. He worked on that one street at all those, like, the three main clubs or whatever they are there back in the 80s. He met every band. Like, He was there when all the young bands were coming up. He was a bouncer there. And, it was like he worked at the Whiskey. He's done all that. Doesn't need to prove anything to anyone, but, like, a phenomenal guy. I love you, Charles. Definitely.
So I thought, that'll be fun. And so we'll just hang out. He goes, any particular topic? And I'm like, nope. Just hang. He's like, sounds good. Yeah. Speaking of Sundays, last night. How much fun was last night's show?
It was awesome.
Holy crap.
It was awesome. That was a really good one.
So, and I'm surprised they didn't get a bunch of bad comments, because usually I have a very poor judgment of how good our shows are. Like, I was going to apologize for last week's show, because I thought last week's show was off. I think I kind of mentioned it to you guys after the show. I was like, because I was tired and mind elsewhere, and I thought, man, we phoned that show in, blah, blah. And throughout the week, talking to people, they're like, oh, Monday was great. And I'm like, and I didn't even bring it up. And I'm like, all right, thanks. I was like, I thought it sucked. Magic Man asks, have you ever heard a 2-rock amp in person? Have I? Have I? I want to say no with a 10% of possibility.
I'm in the same boat. I know I haven't played one, but I want to say there's a possibility that I was right next to someone playing one, but I can't confirm. I'm trying to put it together.
I
heard
Aaron?
the brand, seen it.
If Aaron's lurking, please let me know if I have him, because I don't think, because I know that's something he would check out and try. So if I was if I was with him, he would have had me try it. Hey, butt cheeks, good to see you, my friend.
Aaron would know if Ben has tried one or been there when someone tried one.
Dang it, I knew it. I always forget something each week. There's always something I forget. And this week, there we go.
RJ.
Actually,
what's up, man?
Thinking, yeah, let's go that color this week.
Have you tried one, Terry, or been there when someone else?
That's kind of orange. Orange comes up.
That's what I said. I've heard of them. I've seen them. I've never actually heard one, and I've never been around one nor played one. But I've heard they're pretty solid. Like,
yeah, I don't think I've heard anything bad. If anything, someone else complained about price, and I was just like, don't complain about price.
Have you seen a gut shot? Like, they're in the same lane as, like, the matchless DC30. They're basically like Holy Grail AC30 clones that were made in the 90s. The wiring inside of it is like that. It's not like on a PCB board point to point. It is true point to point. Their wiring.
Yeah, he's just saying all hand wired out of California.
Like Teflon coated wiring in between certain circuit paths. The only thing I know about them is they're like, you could drop it from 4 feet. They're bulletproof. They're high end. Wired, but also they're super low noise, because if you look inside of it, it looks like it's so perfectly laid out. That's what you're paying for, in my opinion. Not because it sounds that much better. It's, I think, more for the professional musician who. So
he said they're open to it. What are you trading for it? Because he says
an orange.
For an orange?
He's trading for an orange, yeah.
Oh, fuck, go for it. I don't even know what orange it is, but, and not to disparage orange, but if you can trade any orange for any 2-rock,
to trade
I'd say go for it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because you can always find another secondhand orange.
And that 2-rock's a lot more rare than that orange.
They're much harder to find.
Yep. So the
Yeah.
value
Yeah,
is gonna be,
Rockever Mark III. And that's a pretty good amp, though,
Excuse me.
for an orange amp.
That
Oh
is.
yeah, it is. It's a great amp.
If you're getting a 2-rock that's anything above, say, 20
Yeah.
watts.
What's up,
What's up,
Tony?
Tony? We were
Hey,
talking about
Tony.
you earlier.
Yeah,
And
the
quickly,
Rockefeller Mark
Excuse me.
That's definitely
share,
a great orange
subscribe.
amp, but I would still trade. Yeah.
I like that Michael Krause. Nodding as he enters the door. Yeah, you know.
He's like walking. And he's like, yeah,
Ooh. Oh,
Hmm.
yeah.
that's a definite, 100%. Two
Yeah.
rock crystal, yeah.
Yeah.
That's a no-brainer in my book.
Yeah.
6L6 powered. Nice.
Yeah.
That's gonna be like the best clean sound and edge of breakup kind of.
See,
sound
and
amp.
this is why he watches and he likes us and we like him because he's like he just agrees. And we'll add Terry to the mix because Terry's just doing a lot of because Tom and me are just talking over him. So go for it, right? Right.
John Mayer's played two rock for a long time.
So
Eric Johnson.
Mayer plays the 2-rock. Okay.
I think Eric
No,
Johnson.
there's nothing wrong with that. Like, I don't know. Like, I can't really think of what they sound like other than I hear like that pedal show. I've heard them on there and you know stuff. And I'm like, and they don't play with junk. So
And then you see guys like Ariel Posen or
and they're all like fabulous players. It'd be like if RJ played through one. I'm like, well, that doesn't tell me anything. Like, can I hear Gilby Clark play through it? You know, no
If I
offense
go
to
by
Gilby,
this
but
description that I just found of it, it's a clean platform amp.
yeah, it's a Fender in a
it's
box.
like your best vintage Marshall that you ever had, and take out all the bullshit noise and background.
I was thinking more of a Fender with the 606.
I'm sorry, that's what I meant to say, not Marshall.
Yeah.
Sorry, brain fart. Yeah, the best Fender, like anywhere from tweed to.
It's going to be a wicked pedal platform. Wicked pedal platform.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
It's gonna
Martin.
be similar to probably like my Origin 20.
Yeah.
It's
Sweet dreams, Martin.
probably a better looking or better sounding amp. Very possible.
Eric Johnson usually plays twins live, or if they're rentals. But I know he has.
Hey, Sandra.
I think it's a classic reverb.
Hey,
is the
Sandra.
model he has in the studio.
Joe asks, any Vox love? Love
Oh, I
Voxes.
love Vox. I love that sound.
How do you not like a Vox?
Eh,
Apparently, Terry doesn't. Okay, so we give them 2.5 thumbs ups out of 3.
I haven't owned a Vox, so I can't
have
give
you-
an honest opinion on a Vox.
Terry, have you played a Fender Pro Junior?
No.
Oh, because that's basically a Vox AC10.
I have looked at Voxes before, like when I was just starting back up. I was looking at like a Pathfinder 10 even as a conversion project to take the 10 out of it and move it to
You
like
want a
12 or
Pathfinder 10
15.
conversion project completed, Terry?
Yeah.
No, seriously, do you want one? Because I don't. It's just set material. I haven't used it in years.
Hey, Sandra.
Because now that I got the Vox in a box from Lawrence, then I'm good.
Yeah.
And that I really dig it too. It's really cool throwing it in front of other stuff because a Vox into a Fender or into a Marshall. Like,
Yeah.
use the Vox in a box to boost your 87.
Thanks for the super chat, by the way.
Yes.
I still think the Fender Pro Junior.
Apparently not.
I think I paid $350 or $400 for mine. They might be up to $500 or $600 now, but I still think that's one of the best deals out there. Like the Pro.
Somebody
Junior,
in the chat mentioned last night there's a Dutch for sale on eBay.
Oh wow!
Because I know we like to throw that out there because we have a lot of pedal collectors that watch. So somebody had mentioned that last night. So if somebody's in the market for one, I'm just saying. But I'm not saying, but I'm saying. AC10, I like those amps. I think that's a great little
That's what the Pro Junior is basically copying the AC10 circuit, and I love that amp.
Yeah, like
not too big, not too small.
Like
But
I
it
was
has
gonna
that
say,
time.
like an amp that I have seen numerous times for sale, retail, and on the used market has been like that Vox AC4.
Oh,
And
I
that's
remember
something
that.
I've been possibly.
I
that
owned,
They're
I've
kind of
gotten
nifty,
of.
eh?
I owned a Vox AC4. I thought it was a great amp. I took it back because it was just overkill because I had the Pro Junior and they were so close.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That AC4 is a great little amp. And it's loud for that many watts. Like I used to, Terry, I would run it into an open back 212 and it was loud.
Yeah.
You know, when you had bigger speakers?
Well, that's kind of what happened.
DC-15's nice as well. Hey, what's up, Brad? Guitar Miller.
Hey, Brad.
We should talk promoting and stuff. Just saying. We should talk.
Yeah, they're only asking 175 for that Dutch too, man. If I didn't have one already, I'd pick that up.
175 US?
Yeah.
It's not bad.
Sold!
Not to me.
Hey, Brad Guitar. Miller.
No, I mean somebody watching has probably
Yeah,
not
right.
bought it.
Yeah.
Members on there as well.
Don't fight amongst yourselves, kids. If you're going to put a bid on it, let us know in the chat so everyone else can back off on your behalf. We got 52 people watching, so I'll tell the story after this, after celebrating Thomas's super chat.
There's there's an OG 68 there too. I almost need to get it to be a completist, but it would be redundant, you know.
What's up, Guitar Man 45? There's an AC30 combo and 80-100 PT. Nice. All right. Ooh, give me a moment. We'll talk about that at the 20-minute mark.
BC Rich actually kind of hits on the one thing we were talking about pre-show. Bulgara Infinium T50, that's the play on the Vox Night Train.
Papa Blue.
And I was going to say
Magic
that.
Man. Sorry, what was that, Terry?
Oh, I was just going to say, like, that Bulgara G5 I had. I found that to be pretty loud.
Yeah. Magic Man there. What do you guys think of the Eminence Cannabis Rex? I'm a big fan. I'm thinking of putting it with the greenback. What do you think into the 2-rock? No experience with it. Again, haven't heard anything bad. I don't think anybody's bothering one. Oh, terrible speaker.
I don't know
if I remember
myself.
back in the day, I think Shane from In the Blues actually had one for a short amount of time they did a review on. But everybody that I've seen videos talking about it or actually reviewing on it has been, been really positive on it.
Hashtag strain of the day.
Oh, jealous. All right, let's see. Eminence Cannabis Rex 12-inch with a hemp cone, 50 watts.
Yeah. It truly is a organic speaker.
Very organic sounding.
Body and sparkle, great for country, jazz, and classical. That might be a good combo because you're going to get, that's more of a Fendery speaker, and then you're going to get, that sounds almost like a more high-powered.
Hey, New York City pizza sucks. Hey, I got it out. There
New York City pizza sucks.
Oh, it's just, I just stagger over that every time. So,
exactly.
We're coming up on the 20-minute mark. So,
yep.
It's hinted in the title. We had more than 50 people watching. Well, those who bailed out, well, you can catch it on the replay. And if not, I guess you won't get to hear the story. So, plumbing issues. Yeah.
Ooh.
What's up, Jeff Ripplinger? So, I kind of wanted a day off, guys, but I couldn't have a day off because I had a bunch of work to do. So I got up early. I managed to knock out 2 videos. Get them edited by like 10:30 in the morning. Like, nice. Sweet. Like, all right. Hey, I'm going to jump in the shower, relax, then think about dinner in like 8 hours. Have my shower, hear the familiar sound of the toilet bowl turning into a bong bowl, Blah, 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 blah. I'm like, no.
Clean.
No. Had just lathered the hair, and I have a lot of hair. So
Oh yeah.
I was playing chicken. I was literally playing chicken. How soapy do I want to leave my hair? To, all right. And so put a stopper in the tub to keep the water level. So what? Anyway, so investigate. Turns out the pump to extract the septic into the weeping tile, you have 3 tanks. The last tank's basically water, and it pumps out with, it's like sump pump system. It's a sump pump. So we had determined, we being me and the brother-in-law, because I couldn't figure out what was going on, and I wasn't familiar with all this. And turned out we bypassed the float operation thing, which basically you just plug in the pump and it turns on. Yeah. And that worked. So we're like, hey, the pump works. So that's okay. So then we realized it's just the float system. Eric, how you doing, my friend? So I was like, all right. So called up plumber buddy that was over here last time because, cool dude, plays guitar. Hey, we got to support him, mom and pop. And so get him on the phone. Oh, thanks, Magic Man. Appreciate it.
Nice.
Thank you.
Excuse me. So he says, hey, I got that part. It's a separate part. You don't have to replace the whole pump. Yeah, I can do that. He goes, only problem is my repair van's in for repair. That sucks. That sucks. Yeah. He goes, however, I'm hoping to get it back possibly late today, but likely tomorrow being Friday of last week.
Okay.
All right. Hopefully. Friday, New Year's Eve, right? Winter. You don't know, right? Yep. Guys, because it's fine today. Could be 6 inches of snow coming tomorrow. You don't know. Just because it can happen out of nowhere. You don't know.
Yeah.
So, in theory, we're on for the next day. I was like, all right. And so, talk to the brother-in-law and stuff and let him know what's going on. And I said, yeah, he's because he had talked to him on the phone initially to explain what's going on because I didn't check it out. And he's like, he seems like a cool guy. I'm like, he is a cool guy. He's like, I like him. I'm like, so do I. So, what sealed the deal for me liking him, gentlemen, was phone rings 10 a.m. the next morning. And I should mention, in the meantime, I also realized the system's clogged again.
Oh,
jeez.
Yeah. So I was like, all right, whatever, but kind of like it was before, partially clogged. So I was like, all right. So this is how I knew he was a cool dude and he's my guy. Phone rings next morning and they're like, hello. And he's like, not a hello, this is blah, blah, blah from blah, 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 Tom. First words out of his mouth. Got my van back. I like this guy because we're friends. All right. I'm like, sweet. He goes, I can be there in 10 minutes. I'm like, you got your snake with you? I was like, he's like, no, why? I'm like, I think you're going to need it. I said, better safe than sorry. He says, you are right. There's no point if I got to turn around because he lives 20 minutes north of here. So he goes, I'll be there in half an hour. I'm like, works for me. So sure enough, he replaces the part on the pump, which that's one of those things. Like I knew how to do it. I am not doing it. I'll do the one for the sump pump in the basement. I am not doing the one in the septic tank.
Oh yeah, that's the direct sewage one. Yep.
Nope. I have no desire.
I don't have the nose for it, man.
Nope. And I made a point. We were talking throughout the whole deal, and I'm finding out how the system works, so I know what to keep an eye on, and blah blah blah. And he has no problem sharing knowledge. That was awesome. So it turns out he goes to unclog the system. Clearly, before when it was unclogged, he only got part of it. It found a tampon. Live here. That's not an option. Like, and somebody had flushed a rag
a couple years ago too, Ben. Didn't you stop using those a couple years ago?
So and somebody had fleshed a rag at some point. Like there's a partial like strip of rag.
Oh.
And so, and I'm not using a euphemism, like a strip of cotton cloth, like t-shirt, right? So, which is definitely going to clog a system and it won't break down anytime soon. So, what figured was, obviously, like the system had a partial clog probably for years, and just over time, it just got, and then I was the lucky bastard to last go. So now, system seems to work great. Like, I flushed large amounts of water down through the tub. Is just, I'm like, woo! I like that. Okay.
One thing I would do if I had the money to is just replace the piping from right below my toilet directly to the main chute, which is like whatever they are, a 5-inch one or whatever, because the one leading to the main chute is only a 3-inch guy, and I'm like, if I could just go to a 4-incher, I think it would make all the difference, because I get that, like, when it gets cold and the viscosity of the like water and paper mixture in that tube is colder and gets kind of slushy, you get those farts from the toilet, and I start to get nervous, you know.
So when you say another expense, of course, but I feel so.
It could have been the previous people.
Yeah, exactly. Well, it definitely would have been. Yeah,
that's what I thought. Yeah,
yeah.
Unless you really only stop using.
Yeah, because I was like, wasn't that or me? So and so my sister's like, how much do you think this is going to cost? Blah, blah, blah. And I was like, I could probably tell you within $20 because I know what the previous visit cost. So all I have to do is add basically parts and labor to replace that one little bit. So, yeah, and
I
like Mayhem said, hug a plumber, like off duty. You know, hug a plumber. Like
in my area, they make killer money, but they still don't make enough for what they do.
I had him laughing his ass off too, Tom, because oh my god, because he's been in here twice, and plumbers use a lot of rags, right?
Oh yeah,
and they just toss them in. They don't reuse them, right?
Yep.
So obviously, he's married, obviously, and so he like blouses, tops, whatever they are, but like guys can't wear certain prints that women like. Guys can wear plaid, women can wear plaid. Women can wear animal print, men can't, right?
Unless you have like a real fancy mustache that comes out.
So every time he's been over, there's always been like an animal print rag in amongst all the other ones, right? So like, well, it's just some old clothing of his wives, whatever. So normally nobody would say anything, but the second time, so he's got a different apprentice with him this time. This guy, Tom, is reaching to try to grab the pump system, so he's literally bent over at the waist into the one tank.
Oh.
Okay. And so there's a silence, right? Because the apprentice is just standing there waiting. And I said, so what do you think of your boss? He's always a pretty good guy. I'm like, I don't know. I think he leads a double life or something. Or he's got a bit of a wild child. Every time he comes over, he's got these animal print rags. Like, who has those? But rock stars? And I don't know. Like, who is he? David Lee Roth? He is laughing his ass off.
While hanging out of the tank. That's great.
He comes over, you bastard.
I know Janice rags on the toilet, right?
Yeah.
And Eric mentioned he pulled up a toilet and someone's toilet and there was floss there, like a fistful of hair and floss. Like, oh wait,
actually.
Oh, okay, yes. Put those together.
It's funny, the rag reference makes me think back to I was binge watching The Witcher Season 2, and there's one scene where the one actual magic user says to the Witcher guys, like, don't you have any cloths for when this lady gets her bleeding time?
Oh, Lord. Exactly, Mickey Rich.
Yeah, so
I hope you feel better.
That was my week. It's like something, I thought, I'm ahead of the game. I shot 2 videos. They're already uploading. They're going to be doing their thing. I can have some me time. Dad's asleep. Nope. Nope. Nope.
Mayhem says 10 out of 10 on The Witcher as well. I've been tempted to watch that, but like, it looks like an investment of time.
50 between 50 to 54-minute episodes.
Oh wow, yeah, that's
so back to Canucks with Guitars. Any guitar related questions that I missed during that story rant update? Sure. Ask away again.
Baby wipes. I use non-flushable baby wipes, but I do not flush them ever.
No.
Ever.
No.
There's a hard rule in my house, and there's a trash can that has one of those like bags, like smell bags that you can't smell it. Like just you throw them in there.
Can you? I wonder if you could throw them out with food waste.
Probably.
Because Terry, do you have like the green bins in your municipality?
We have the green big
wet waste.
Yeah.
So like food, like I don't know if you have that, Tom. We can recycle all your food leftovers.
That's cool.
Yeah, because that's like half your garbage in many ways.
Yeah.
See you, Joe. Yeah. I hope you're feeling better.
Yeah, I hope you feel better, Joe.
Hey, Keith.
Feel better, Joe. I'll try to be nicer.
Speaking of feeling better, are we back on guitars? I was eating and had to step away.
I was actually just going to mention about what Magic Man said. The 2-rock crystal that he said that he's going to be getting, actually, it is a discontinued amp. So that kind of increases the value of it for sure, too.
What kind of strings did you put on that, Mayhem? Speaking of questions, he says he restrung his own guitar. In other words, he's not having me do it. Sure. That's fine.
Congratulations!
Nah, he would do it for fun, and it's free videos. You know, it's easy it was to help me make content on the channel as well. I don't recall them the last time we serviced the guitar. Yes, it probably did have some. I don't think it had perfect frets. On the other hand, but 10s. But what kind of 10s? Were you using NYXLs?
Come on, let's be real. He's created the divots from playing it so much.
Well, there's that. But to see, this is the thing, Terry, because he keeps showing up with packs of NYXLs, wanting to put them on nickel fret guitars, and I'm like, no, you have the. He's like me, and so that's why I end up with lots of packs of NYXLs because. Oh, they're Ernie Ball 10s. Well, that's better. All right. So, that's odd. Yeah, because should be 2. Unless you do have a bit of a monkey there.
Yeah, I agree. Like, my little bit of understanding.
See you, Janice.
Like cowboy chording. And I would even say to even a certain degree, depending on your tapping ability and how much strength you have in that finger, that can also kind of damage the frets too.
Brad asked, was it put by Monday and I missed it? Yep.
Nope. I found mine. I found it finally.
Hey, Eric.
I was looking the trade Magic Man was talking about doing. Even from just a financial standpoint, like the orange he has goes for about 17 to 18, 1900, and the 2-rock head goes anywhere from about 2400 to 3000.
Yeah.
Because there's not as many of them sold, so it's a wider range for the 2-rock.
Sure.
Like $600 range because there's not as many of them that sell. I think the most recent one sold for 3000, so that means.
Lawrence?
Hey, LPD.
Lawrence, the pedals.
What you cooking up in the lab, my friend? What's new? He's one of those guys. You'll always like say, hey, what's new? Like, really? What's new?
Got to get something cooked up in time for people when they get their tax refunds back to spend it on, you know?
Yeah.
Now I'm thinking back to another Witcher thing from
Hey,
season
Mark.
1. Throw your pedal builder a coin.
Hey, Jeremy. I did indeed. I hope you did as well. It's really bad on the second fret. Go figure. G and B. Yep.
Check this
That's
out,
from
man.
doing your A chords.
Check that out, man. I don't even know what it does, but is that phenomenal or what?
That.
Fuzzrocious Electric
Fuzz
Ocean.
and phase.
Oops.
I think I remember seeing that pedal somewhere
Hang
before
on.
too.
There we go. Oh, I don't know how.
It
I'm
must
hitting
be,
controls. I don't know what's
it must
going
be
on.
really rare because it's like 400 and some bucks, or at least that's what they want. But man, that looks awesome.
Yeah, it's a limited run.
Huh.
I don't even know if I
So-
want to use the pedal. I just think it looks awesome.
With the seahorses.
Yeah, and the colors.
Hey, Big Shorty.
I love the vivid yellow and pink.
What if
I
hit
think
this
it's because I can see those colors so well. You know what I mean?
All right.
Like Terry, I think it's like the seafoam greens and the teals. Why I love them because, you know, being colorblind, those are some colors I can actually. They're vivid.
How's the twang?
Hey, how's the twang? And I love the comment. Angry seahorses. It's true. The pinkish one kind of looks like
Yeah,
like
one's
pissed
kind of
off.
happy, one's not so happy.
The one on the yellow one looks like
Corn Doug.
it's getting chastised by the pink one. And the
Hey, speaking of
little-
which, I believe Mass Canucks is on tomorrow night. Just saying. I believe,
Hey.
unless Doug says different.
What's up, Doug? I like the little lightning bolts above its head too.
Yeah.
I like the checkered fin. That's what made me think of it.
Yeah.
Well, did we have a show last week?
Actually, I think you did. Yes.
No, we didn't.
Oh no, you're right.
Doug says it is.
Well,
This is what I'm saying.
Unless he's not over what he was going through, then maybe not.
I don't know if I have many cartoony pedals.
Ooh, they have a black Electric Ocean too. The background's black, but the characters are the same.
I want a Zvex double rock. Bad.
The hand painted one.
Bad. I don't care what it looks like. You can have no paint on it. I don't care. I just want
I
one.
remember that's one of the first like early boutique pedals I played was the hand painted box of rock. And I was like, how does that pedal sound like a Marshall amp? Because till then, pedals didn't sound like Marshall amps at all. But I remember that was one of the first that actually sounded, you know, not as good as I don't think like something like an LPD 87 or a 68.
There you
does.
go, you Nass Canucks fans. It
But
is
pretty
on.
darn good.
I was just gonna say.
Yeah, and the box
almost
of
were out
rocks.
of it.
Yeah, and the box of rocks it's kind of two, or the dual double rock. It's two box of rocks, except they don't have to be because it's got toggles to make it into clean boosts, and if you want, but I want that. Like, because the demo I watched was I can't remember, the dude's out of England, really cool channel I just found recently, and he's like, here's 10 Dinosaur Jr. songs you can play with this.
Oh,
I'm
it
like,
has a
wow,
long-haired,
yes,
there's a
I need
long-haired dude playing a guitar on the pedal. I'm looking at now.
Yeah.
The purple one, man. Oh, I love it. They kept the sideways thing too.
mm-hmm.
Should
Hey,
we put the pic-
Cushman, and happy
put the
birthday
picture up?
wishes to Paul Leonard Ewing.
That's right. Happy Diamond Dave.
Diamond Dave Centennial.
All right, and for those who don't know what we're talking about, there it is there.
There's a purple
yeah.
one too.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
And let me say this to all builders. I love how they did volume, tone, drive, and they changed the color of tone, because when there's no differentiation in the color across the top and you're trying to look and it's a little bit dark and you're like, wait, is that the volume or the tone? Oh, that was the volume. Like,
Mm-hmm.
I love
I dig it.
graffiti style lettering too. So that's the Vexter version, which I guess is more the production. And then one more.
Yeah.
This is the oh wait, it's there.
Yeah,
It's just
Vexed is
though.
their generic line.
That's the like custom shop type one, I guess.
That's nice. But Vex has been doing that for years, though.
Yeah,
So many different, like, little designs and such.
I like they started putting the artists on the side. It says Art Hannah Hoegberg.
Yeah,
Hoegberg.
that's cool because you don't see a whole lot of pedal builders that do custom graphics. Actually,
Oh, I love their graphics.
Like that.
Z-Vex. Yeah, Zachary Vex, man, that guy's pretty phenomenal in my book at least.
Yeah.
There you go, hand painted. Z-Vex Double Rock hand painted. They want $400 for it. Someone else wants $700. This is US.
Yeah.
There's one in Canada for $305. It's in Toronto.
Yeah.
wow.
$305 US. That's wild.
That's the thing. I want one bad, but not at those prices.
Right.
I've got other things.
Because around the guitar player, they actually used gold dust on the hand painted one.
What? Actually, you know what? I keep saying, this year is the year of the flanger. How about, like, if the chat recommends some flangers that I should check out,
Hey, Mark.
especially more on the affordable side.
Look at this one, man.
Hey, Mark Dillon.
It actually, if you see it closely, it's actual gold dust, and then they clear coated it. Look.
Oh, wow.
Oh,
That's
that's nice.
badass. Like they sprinkled it in there. So if you take it and move it like this, it's going to be all like. Ding, 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 ding. Yeah, that one's hand painted.
Yeah.
So they spray on the guitar graphic, I guess, with like a little stencil, like you do a graffiti stencil back in the day. Not saying
Mm-hmm.
that, but if one ever would do that,
MXR micro flanger.
that's a cool pedal, man. Oh,
We should make a list of these.
Sorry. Check this out too. Look at
Nice.
that board. How neatly that board's just laid right across there.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I think we showed that one off recently, Mayhem.
Oh, there's the back. Yeah, that's awesome. That's very cool.
So MXR micro flanger, okay. Walrus polychrome. Walrus, they come in at that nice price point too.
Yeah, they
Like,
do.
you get a lot of pedal for the price.
Yeah.
Randy Crooks asks for the panel.
Okay.
Boss BF3 as a baseline. How about? Well, that
Ooh,
just.
the graphics on that polychrome analog flanger are sick, dude. It's like a chameleon or a gecko. I think it's a chameleon.
Well, you can tell that this is a real-time show. When?
Oh yeah, it's all high-tech product. Jesus Christ! At least the unopened can of pop didn't explode all over the remaining pedals on the pedal board. We're not opening that one now during the show as a backup drink. No. All right. The vape, did it survive the fall? Yep. It's not leaking, broken. Nope. Sweet. All right. Karma. Damn, I'm going to have to be really nice the next week and a half, at least. I just used up a crap ton of karma there.
Paul Leonard Ewing and Lawrence were talking about the luster with a telly to get that telly spank. Yeah, that's like a Brad Paisley sound, man. Definitely.
Grinder lid. Where's Grinder? Grinder disappeared?
So while Ben's doing that, we'll recap with the first thing.
What's that?
Crooks. What is the most you would ever spend on a guitar?
Yes. Or no, it wasn't. Isn't it how much have you? Like, not would you, have you? You have. Like, wasn't it?
No. What is the most you would spend on a guitar?
Oh.
That's hard to say.
That's hard to say.
Depends how much you have at the time.
That's just it. That's what I was going to say. Like, I
I know
mean,
guitar players that have gone gambling and come into $25,000 and immediately had no problem they went and they bought a vintage Strat, or actually back then I think they bought a couple of them. But you know, it just depends on the person. That's hard to say. I could tell you what the most is I have spent, but most I would spend, I don't know. It depends, man, because sometimes you pick up that one guitar and it could be expensive or it could be cheap.
Well, yeah, or if someone's like, "Hey, do you want this 62 Telly for $5,000?" Yes.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. All day long. You know. I have a 59 Les Paul. My grandfather just died. My grandmother wants 20 grand. I'm finding a way to get a $20,000 loan today.
Yeah, no kidding.
I mean, so it depends.
Yeah.
You know, would I pay 20 grand for like a 64 Strat just because it was in good condition? Or no, or even double that amount of money or triple that? No, I wouldn't. But you know, like
who's texting me now?
Yeah, like my
Oh,
59 Les Paul for 4,000.
Read my last comment. I don't know.
Did anyone see what Rick Nielsen just?
Hey, Big Shorty.
He just said that Karma is asking what you wanted.
Warlag just bought a
just cause Doug grief. Just cause him grief.
And follow-up question after that.
Yes.
In my instance, to fully answer it, would depend on my money situation and what I was desiring.
Found the grinder.
Because both can be very subjective things.
Brad
Brad Miller,
Guitar
Miller, asked at 8:43. He goes, question. So was thinking about doing a Bigsby on a Telly build in October. Do I spend $185 for just the Bigsby, or buy a used Squire Telly with a Bigsby for $350?
How much are you going to use it? If you're not going to use it that much, I would buy the cheap one. Because personally...
Yeah, because it's probably not going to work as well as an actual Bigsby / even... I don't know, is the Squire Bigsby the same as the Fender? Like, does Fender bother to get in different,
Yeah.
for the amount that they would actually install on guitars? I bet you they would just use the same Bigsbys regardless. Like, how often do you see a Squire with a Bigsby, though? Like, that's... I don't... It can't be often.
Yeah, I don't know if you'd see a bunch of them on the used market.
Or the new market. I don't recall, like, Squire with a Bigsby.
Yeah,
I don't remember ever seeing a Squire with
They do. They've had it. I've seen it. It's one of the... it's like one of the Paradigm type of series ones.
Like the higher
Usually
end.
Those are all branded Fender, though, these days, I think. Aren't they all out of Mexico?
I'm not sure, but I have seen Bigsby's on Squires in the past.
Mike Capsamel said, I thought the Squire ones came with Fender in-house ones. Yeah, it was what...
Yeah, I think they would be the same Fender-branded Bigsby that the Fender's been using for half a century. Which, I don't know. Fender may actually own Bigsby, but I think it's still separate.
Yeah, it's separate, but
I'm sure. By Fender. Yeah, because that way, otherwise, you would probably never see. Although, again, how often do you see? Can you buy a new Les Paul with a Bigsby?
Depends how high end you want to go. You can if you go custom.
Exactly. Like, obviously, the made to measure you can't.
For production, I don't think.
I'm trying to think. When's the last time you saw one on it? Like just on Gibson USA?
God, like 10 years.
Gibson Mod Shop had a Les Paul recently with them.
Yeah, they'll get stuff in there. Yeah.
But beyond that, an actual production one, no. To me, the biggest thing would be in regards to buying the Squire with the Bigsby is if you actually are just using it to take the Bigsby off of it, or if you're actually going to use, like, say, like the whole guitar or the body with the Bigsby on it. Like, I mean, if you're actually going to use, like, the whole instrument or mainly the body with the Bigsby on it, then it's probably worth the $100 a bit more.
Because if it's already there, the guitar is used to having a Bigsby on it. If it works, at all, and you're going to just essentially refin it, different pickups, different control, whatever, wiring, harness, fine. You do, yeah, like say if you're going to use not going to take the Bigsby off, so that's a great little donor. Yeah, especially if he said what, just to buy a Bigsby of any kind was $185.
Yeah.
If you can find a donor cheaper or actually, if you can find, what we tack on it. So if it's $185, what would be your hard up, like $230 to buy the guitar, $250? You know what I mean? Because if you're gonna buy a Bigsby, you're going to need to buy a body too, and that's got to be, I don't know, at least $50-$60. I don't know how it works with Canadian.
Yeah,
versus
like,
American.
and
I'm
that's
just
what
ballparking. Like say if you're going to use a donor or per se.
Yeah, that's why I said to me it doesn't make any sense that you would buy the used Squire with Bigsby when you're just going to rip the Bigsby off of it to put on whatever you're for a Texas Toast build in October. Well, why in that instance, why the hell wouldn't you just get Matt and them to simply buy you one to put on it?
I think because they would get one at wholesale.
Yep, exactly.
Yeah.
They would get a better deal on it.
That makes the question all.
Although they may mark it up anyway, so I don't know. Maybe their upcharge is $200. I don't know. I'm not knowing. That's it. Thanks, Brad. Make me ponder, wonder, confuse. Sure. That's nothing new.
Yeah, there's a project for you again, Ben, for this year, the Bee Bender.
Yeah. I was thinking about it yesterday.
So let's see.
2 days ago.
You gonna install one yourself?
Well, this is the thing. You're told it's just there and you don't need to do anything intrusive. Not necessarily. Where it mounts on the strap button on the back, they want you to put in 2 extra screws to keep it from twisting. I get it, but still, it's 2 screw holes. So right there, I was like, do I want to put 2 screw holes in one of the vintage guitars? Not so much. And you do have to file out the back of the way the bridge comes up at the back. You do have to bring down the back to allow, for an improved break angle. And then you still got to string the strings through little tubes. It's got little plastic tubes that you string the strings through to prevent binding over that point. So yeah, that's quite ingenious and all, but just hope your tube doesn't eventually, I'll make sure it's nice and smooth there. You don't want a pinch point. That's going to
I'm just going to add on to the other thing here about Brad's question.
I got to figure which bridge I want to carve up, essentially.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. In regards to what you're saying, Brad, you're a substantial person that's been over there in the Texas Toast Guitars live streams and that over the years and whatever since I've been around since they've started doing it. I would definitely say contact Matt. I don't think they would super overcharge you on a price to get one
or anything. Yeah.
No, they'll give you a good price on one, so you're better off.
I also want to see, Tom, if that or Terry, if it'll work on this with this style bridge. This bridge, it's fairly thick material.
Okay.
But I may not have to because normally, the saddles and then it kicks back. It's different, is what I'm saying, compared to.
Yeah.
Oh, no, right. I replaced on that one. Haha! Grabbed the 71 thinking it was the 67. I was like, wait a minute, that's basically the same thing.
Wouldn't it nice to have that be a problem, hey, Tom?
Yeah, right.
Oh, I grabbed the 71 instead of the 67. Oh.
Good problem.
I'm just that's the same kind of thick material on the 6 saddle bridge.
Yeah.
Which I don't mind carving up this bridge because I bought that bridge 2 years ago. It is a Fender bridge.
I think Hipshot maybe did make something like that.
Yeah, that's thinner.
Yeah.
Material. It's not a lot thinner, but it is thinner.
Unless you look.
Not that I would put it on this either, but God, I hate that bridge. the only reason that bridge is on that guitar is because it's still set up to dad spec.
Hmm.
So again, yeah, I'm not sure. Then I thought about putting on my signature guitar, but then I thought, no, I want it on a Tele.
Yeah.
Tele. So I'm thinking the Mexican.
Your B bender. There is another thing too, as well too. The lace sensors.
Yeah. Oh, dude, I got that. I've got 2 guitars.
Yeah, I'm just saying. There's definitely quite a bit of things you can.
There's no little projects. That's the thing. It's all big.
It's all things you need some time to dive.
I got a few things here. Yeah, like I did a video because I did know there. That's the thing. Like I noticed. What was it? Did a video last week dealing with some fret sprout on the Wolfgang again.
Yep.
But it wasn't about that. I was saying, what the hell was that video about? What the hell? Oh, I don't remember. But either way. So yeah, there's projects.
Yeah, since
Eric, I do not like them. Other people like them. I do not. Because now they're back. Because they remember there was the original ones, Terry, the modern players that came out. Let's say 10 years ago.
The CICs, yes.
10 through 7 years ago, we'll say that kind of period.
Yeah.
Then they went away, and now they're back again. Now I don't know. This generation are as crappy as the previous ones, because mine lasted 10 hours of playing, and the frets started lifting out of it.
No,
yeah, like, and the other thing is too is like the one that you had, which wasn't that the Nashville style one.
Yeah, it had a telly neck Strat pickup in the middle, and then a humbucker that you could coil tap, which had a mini toggle for the coil tap, which I kind of dug because it looked kind of Nashville-y in a way.
Yeah, they also did a thin line version that had P90s, which is now like another signature brand for another guitar player.
Yeah, Rich had one of those. The thin line with the P90s, and it was always in that like charcoal kind of burst. Ugly as sin, in my opinion. That's why he repainted his seafoam green. Oh, partially also because Sheryl Crow had one.
Yeah.
When he was a kid, she came out on stage. He's watching on TV, and she came out with this thin line seafoam green telling. He's like, "What the fuck is that?"
So quickly, let's flip around things here, since I brought it up to Ben about projects. Tom, do you have any possible guitar-related or guitar projects?
Tom's got shit. He's got all kinds of stuff on the go.
Eventually, when Ben can get down here, I'm just going to put him to work and say, I'll just pay you whatever fair price that we agree on. And just while I'm at work, you can, set up all your stuff, do whatever you need to do as far as making or editing a video, and just start fixing stuff for me.
It'll be a whole series. Ben on location.
All right, so
Ben's just gonna go home with a ton of videos and a stack of cash.
Eric Salinas has actually mentioned it. The Jim Adkins is in the same vein as the modern player.
Mm-hmm.
Semi-hollow with P90s, yeah. And myself, I actually do have a second repaint project to do on one of my guitars. As some people have seen on my New Year's Wish video, I did actually repaint the Tanglewood back to its original colors. My next probably project in that regard will be actually restoring the Ibanez body back to the one color that it was in that model year.
Nice.
This is why I love them, because first it comes with that, right? And then he follows it up with that.
More cursing and more smoke in the air.
Yeah. Oh, and we already, it's what, January 3rd. We already have the start of this year's blooper reel, which, if you haven't watched already, I did release the blooper reel on the 30th, 31st for patrons and channel members. So check the community tab if you're a member of my channel, and you'll see a listing link for it. Patron, go on the patron page. Yep. Patron page sounds like picture pages. Patron pages. Get your patron to the patron pages. I don't know. Hey, Kootenai Stringworks. Welcome back, my friend.
Hey, another thing that's popped up here in the chat at 8:55 is Magic Man asked, "Does anybody have an opinion on the Black Star cabinets?" He's looking at the vertical 2x12 at around 230. Worth it? It looks kind of thin.
They should be kind of comparable to Marshalls, but I guess in theory, I don't know. People bag on them, and I don't know why.
Yeah,
I don't have any real experience with them.
I'll give you two different opinions. If you want the best, but the best price on it, if you're in the U.S., Mojitone makes the cabinets for about 75% of the companies out there that do high-end cabinets. Two Rock, they make them for Friedman, they make them for John Suhr, they make them for Port City Pearl, they make them for a lot of people that won't admit they make them for them. They make them for Germino. They've ghost built them for Fender. They've ghost built them for Benson amps. They've ghost built them for Gibson. They know what they're doing. They're the best ones. They're a little more expensive. If you want like 85% or 80% of what that Mojitone is for a lot cheaper, I use a company called Avatar, Avatar, Avatar speaker cabinets. They've been underpriced for years, and they have their own brand combination, which is a G1230 speaker, which is like an old Blackback style almost, 30th anniversary. And then it has a Vintage 30 as the other speaker and an open back combo. That cabinet's maybe $250 to $300 from them, but it's brand new. It's Baltic birch. And the reason they can do it so cheap is because they put their own logo on the back of the speakers, but they've just bought them in bulk of like 10,000 speakers at a time. So they get them that cheap. But the Avatar, I have 3 of their cabinets. I have a 412 and 2 open back 212s, and I use those more than some of my even Marshall and Mojitone cabinets. They're phenomenal.
And I'll further throw into this another company and another brand to look at with reasonable pricing. Harley Benton. They have a vertical 2x12 as well too at a decent price.
I've heard a lot of good things about that one.
Like a standing up version of like what I have.
Yeah. But I would just say I would stay away from anything that's like real thin. I don't know what you guys call it in Canada, but like fiberboard, or we call it like OSB type, where it's just compressed fibers.
Yeah.
Because when that stuff gets wet, now if you're gonna leave it in your home, it's not as big of a deal, but and those usually.
Gentlemen.
Yep.
Question for the viewers in the panel, and maybe especially Lawrence: solid state distortion gain or tube preamp gain? Terry, your preference?
That's a tough one because given Lawrence himself and other pedal builders out there have done amazing jobs with like solid state circuitry.
Well, I was thinking, does solid state gain basically mean pedals?
Yeah.
Or are we just talking solid state heads, but versus tube heads? I would think solid state distortion being pedals as opposed to a tube amp. I think ideally we'd all like to use tube preamp distortion. Ideally.
Yeah.
But that's not necessarily an option. For a variety of reasons. Because let's be honest, to really do that, you're going to need. We're going to want a nice amp. First of all, we're going to want a really nice amp to sound really nice. Because let's be honest, you can sound really nice with pedals. So you're going to want an amp that sounds really nice. And then you're going to want to turn it up. And in order to turn it up, you're going to need a way to turn it down post, aka attenuation. So it's a very expensive.
To get
you're not going to be able to do that affordably. Whereas solid state distortion into, say, a clean tube amp.
There you go.
That I think that's my preferred way to go for a variety of reasons, including volume and variety. rather than having a room full of heads, I'd rather have a drawer full of pedals.
And, honestly, it's kind of been proven right now, too. A lot of solid-state preamp into tube power amps has also resulted in a lot of really nice kind of configurations for, like, amps, mini amps, and so forth.
Well, it's kind of like Dave Friedman was talking about once. He said the ADA MP1 preamp was essentially a solid-state preamp. Like, it used very little bit of the actual tube for any kind of gain staging.
Right.
Yeah.
Warlag asks, any good Canadian pickup winders anyone recommends next to Vinum? Might be getting a set from them for one guitar, and another guitar I'm thinking I'm getting a custom set from someone else. Hell. Custom?
Do you know
Canadian?
any custom?
Signature even, if you would like. What kind of guitar? Would you need a Tele set, a Strat set, a Les Paul set, a P90 set? Visit renofin.ca and go to the Canucks With Guitars option under their pickups tab. Tom, you've been up with the links tonight. Maybe you can bring that up and we'll do a quick little peruse. So it's been a while since we visited Travis's website.
Let's go.
Yep.
While you do that, I'm going to read off the patrons. How about that? I want to thank Craig T. Tomlinson, Cousin Todd Flowers, Charles Green, Brett Guitar Miller, Absolute Mayhem, Other Left, Randy Crooks, Mohogany, Grumpy Mike Guitar, Blackjack Guitar. Let's see, Bent Tom, Fruitcake Tony, JP Page 2, John, ZD351, Charles 75N. I should put up the link. You can become Patreon on there, or just search my name. Charles 75N, unfucking believable. Knucklehead 0, Keith H, Joe C, Mickey Settlemeyer, Paul McNary, Symmetry, and of course, Guitar Man 45.
Hey, Eddie Van Haskell.
What's up, Eddie? All right, so if we add to
Raya?
stream, oh, look at that. That's the logo and everything.
Yeah, look at that.
Look at that.
The link right to the old YouTube channel, even. Yeah.
Where are we going to?
So if we go to pickups, I thought it was under there. I don't know. Let's go to single coils. Just see what happens. Or tele pickups. I don't know.
I think it's Telly.
This is the vintage workhorse. Those are mine. They're based off a 53 Tele set. I have a set. That's what I have in my 71. And if you guys have heard videos on the 71, I got a ground issue I still got. Maybe I'll do that this week.
Little extra output, the Glory Day.
Yeah, I don't know who designed those, either Travis or in conjunction with Modi.
Maybe no influence to a certain American musician.
That's cool. I like the gold.
Well, that's basically, they'd be the same as my set then. That's basically the same set.
Yeah.
Yeah, those ones would be probably a little bit more like Texas Specials. Oh, look at that.
Oh, look at that. Yeah.
What do you know? There it is.
With the all new headstock, which even mine doesn't have.
Ooh,
Actually, that looks nice. I like
is
that.
sharp. Oh, I love that, man. Ooh.
I forgot about that. I'll be honest with you. I
Wow.
forgot about that.
Look at
That-
my face. That's a real
holy crap.
reaction, man. Look
That
at mine.
is pretty sweet. Not going to lie.
That's very.
Perloid Pickguard with the purplish kind of.
Try to see if I can save it in another window here. Oh, sorry. Sorry, I didn't mean to do that to you and freeze it up. And then there's the old school traditional.
Still with different headstock, but still.
Hey, Craig
Oh, yeah.
Tomlinson.
I love this though. It's my favorite part.
Hey, Craig.
Right in between the two knobs.
Notice with Tesi Switch now.
Yep.
Oh, wow.
And that is it. I wonder if he photoshopped that in or he. That's curious. No, that would have been
Purple Rain.
with the one that we gave away.
Nice.
Dude, that Purple Rain, man, if I was a richer man, I would just click buy it now, right now, man. That really gets me in the feels, man. That's a gorgeous guitar, dude. You know I love all that sparkly, bright colored shit.
I wonder what pickups does it have in it? Because I don't know if he's using the stacked one or the...
It just says swap pickups optional and gives you 2 other ones, but it doesn't. Let me see. Oh, here you go.
Reno Fin
pickups, Reno Fin boa constrictor.
Boas.
Oak Bigsby 4-way and a Tesi Switch. I love too. He uses all like super high quality stuff. Honduran mahogany, Canadian maple. You can't beat that rock hard Canadian maple because I don't know if it's true, but I was watching this documentary about like woods growing, and they say when maple grows in a colder climate, it's more stable. And I have a Canadian maple neck from like the 70s, 80s, early 80s, my Schecter, and it's never moved.
Apparently, you're being a bad influence on Charles 75N, Ben.
Oh, I am? Okay.
I'm kind of blown away by that Purple Rain myself.
Dude, I'm going to be honest. I really want that.
Yeah, you and me both. I'm already going to be talking to Travis after the show. I'm like, what? When did that? What?
Yeah, even better. Hey, when did you update my signature model? And why don't I have one?
By the way, I approve. Yeah.
Yeah. I'll just need one to test out. That'll be plenty.
And he's only got one left of them too.
I know. Oh man.
Well, no, it says that it would say that regardless. I think because they're built to order.
Yeah.
But yeah,
although you may have built that one
with the white cream, the creamy P90s is really nice.
Oh yeah.
Eric asks, do subscribers get a discount? Sometimes he runs sales on the pickups and stuff. I don't have a coupon code per se, but it's kind of priced at like that's 1,700 Canadian for a handmade guitar.
Yeah, dude.
I don't know what that translates to US.
That's a pretty good deal. Let me see.
Probably about 15.
1333. I don't think you can go any lower than that for a guitar like that. That's
and it's pretty much all Canadian hardware. And if it's not Canadian hardware, it's American hardware.
Yeah. No, it's all high-end parts, man. You can't get a guitar for what's in that for cheaper than that.
Well, yeah, you can't even get a Fender custom shop for that price.
Oh, hell no. And the neck is unfinished. I think he's still it should still say that in the specs. That was a big deal.
Stainless steel frets. That's another big one too. Grover lock tuners.
10-inch radius.
Yep.
Really, 10-inch? That one's a 9.5, I think.
There's no corners cut. I mean, it's.
Yeah, I think I mentioned to him. Yeah, let's go with 10. That he is vaguely coming back a visit, like at the old house.
Right.
Nice one, Tom.
See, that's a Canadian Switch, an Oak Grisby. Like who? Oak Grisby? I don't know that. That would be Canadian, you know.
Oh, I use those.
As long as there isn't a Richard Griswold switch.
No. The Oak Grigsby is the one I use in my telly too.
Yeah.
Like the telly switch to use. At least in my opinion.
Oh, there's another upgrade. Yeah, Grover locking tuners now too.
Oh, nice.
Hey, Dylan.
That's what I'm saying. I'm trying to find.
Looking forward to this Sunday.
Hey, yeah. Speaking of Sunday's guest, hey, Dylan.
Hey, what's up, Dylan?
Show Dylan the guitar. Apparently, I have a new version of my signature guitar out.
I wonder if there's
Wait a second. Is the control panel?
Oh, there we go.
Actually, a different color too, or is that actually silver? Because it almost looks purple-ized.
I see what you mean. I can't tell if it's a light or if it's. But I love the fact that it's a sparkle guitar, and then the pickguard is sparkle. I normally.
Yeah, like even if it's a mother of pearl, like a pearloid pickguard, it still works.
Yeah, but I normally hate pearloid pickguards on solid colors but on this, it just works perfectly. And I love the shape of the front pickguard because it reminds me of like the Jetsons.
All right, I'm messaging Travis as we speak.
Travis, where's my new guitar? What? Charles 75N.
What's up, Scott?
Hey, Scott. Oh, awesome.
What's
so,
up,
Dylan? Do you agree that Ben needs to secure one as the artist to make sure that it's up to snuff?
Yeah, that's true. It is his signature. He should have some product testing on his signature model.
and product placement so people can see it.
Yep. Oh wow, Jeff Ripplinger says to
hey Brian
says to Lawrence he has a Laney Pro Tube Lead 50 from the 80s with a handwritten serial number on the back. Maybe worth some money now? Oh, probably is.
Yeah.
Hey, Brian. By the way, anyone that actually follows or hasn't followed Six String Brian on the other socials that he has really should, because, again, I'm going to say it again, Brian is an awesome photographer. He's been posting up some awesome shots of various content that he's been shooting, and just want to give him that kind of a prop here open on the on the show.
And anyone that doesn't know, I mean, he does photography and videography professionally, and it shows because his photographs, and especially where him and his wife live, it's just beautiful. And Terry, all the ATV riding, and then he shoots the photos and a big clearing and stuff.
Well, he's actually been posting some sports photos lately.
Oh, nice! I'll check it out.
And it's awesome shots.
So we got a reply. I just said we are browsing your site live on air. Let's see, and see the Purple Rain version. I told him, holy fuck balls, that's epic. Love the new specs and upgrades. He says, haha, cool, man. You'll see it in person soon enough. I'm moving back for good March 1st.
Wow.
Oh, nice.
Wow.
That's awesome. So,
regular guest on the show then.
Yeah. I'll have my hands on that. March 2nd. No, he's driving. Give him the third. Bush would give him Terry probably 4 days to get across the country because he's probably got a truck.
Yeah. Like I said, late March.
We'll give him till
Richard.
4th.
He says, what kind of guitar is that? That is my signature guitar in the newest variant.
Man, that's
yeah. Wow, I am rather blown away. And apparently it will be locally in a couple of months.
That's awesome, man.
Yeah.
I haven't had a reaction. Good one, Terry. I haven't had a reaction to a guitar like that for a while, man. That just hit me in the field.
Yeah. Yeah, so, that really is.
We'll see it again soon enough. Damn, that's sweet. So, he also does my pickups. And you know what?
I throw a beer back.
Yeah, I'm going to more than likely offer him a bunch of help setting up the new shop space, Terry, and then reap the karma.
The better question is did you actually maybe spec this out or talk to him long ago and maybe forgot about it?
Nope.
No, you don't think so?
No. See, that's the thing. Travis knows me, though, right?
Yeah, well, that's kind of why I was saying.
Apparently. Well, clearly. I should say. Clearly.
Yeah.
So no shipping if we can pick up. Exactly, House of Hang. And all right, Terry, what was the discussion, 40 minutes ago about projects coming up?
Yeah, yeah, that's funny. It's almost like I'm psychic.
Yeah. That repair job to finish off my SIG guitar to get it back up and running?
Yeah.
If I don't get it done in the next 2 months, I'll just get him.
Sure, why not?
Oh, exactly. And yeah, there'll be a lot of field trip videos. And maybe a project works. I don't know. Yes.
Mike,
I can think of a few things because that we can get cleared up.
Oh,
I don't know about that, House of Twang. It is his business after all. It's not like he does it on the side. Well, Terry, I was going to say he's also a fitness trainer, but that's because he's located in Victoria, and prior to that, like Vancouver, Victoria, people are a little more active and in shape out there. So this area, not as much.
Thanks for whispering that, Ben. We don't feel as bad. Us less active people.
So, but that'd be. We could arrange, a field trip and a visit. Maybe House of Twang can pick up Terry. They do a road trip. Terry can film it, right? Because Terry's the YouTuber, so he can film his own vlog. House of Twang can be the voice off camera if he chooses. I like it. The ominous voice off camera. Terry, this is us going down the 400.
Like Wilson from what is it? That movie, that TV show there, Tool Time.
Oh yeah,
with Tim Allen. Wilson always behind the fence, and all you could see is like the hat or like just top of the head.
It's COVID time, so he just wears a mask at all times. We just see this masked person.
Howdy ho, neighbor. Eric Salinas asked, does anyone have experience with the GNL Tribute ASAT?
I know I've played several ASATs. I don't know if I played any of the tributes, which I assume means the off-show or equivalent. But by reputation, as most PRS owners will say, it's the same thing. It's basically the same thing.
I was just...
It's another one of those cases, though. They are very... the gap is not that big.
Yeah, I was going to say myself, no, but Dylan and Ike at Flipside Music have had experience with them.
Terry,
I believe.
Get the troll.
Oh, jeez.
Anyway,
they're really coming out.
But I think, as I recall, Terry, I think GNL tributes get the kind of, let's call it the reverent treatment, where a guitar is more or less built in Korea, but it goes through a spec at the GNL factory.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
I think. So, just saying. I think.
Yeah, like Eric says here, they're assembled in another country. Yeah. They're ghost built by another guitar company, but then assembled, I think, in US or.
I'm not saying it's world music, but it's one of the prominent established Korean builders. Anywho's, how are we doing on time? Not bad. We'll go for a little bit longer.
Yeah, Brian, I played that Soldano plugin too, the Neuro DSP. I didn't buy it, but I did I just tried the demo, and it sounds really close. I mean, they really.
Terry loves it. Or Terry. Randy. Hey, Terry. Randy loves his tribute Fallout, which is their Strat. I think the Fallout's the Strat. Which I think Ike was talking about his Fallout on the latest.
And that's what I was saying. If Dylan is still in the chat, he's somebody.
He's grabbing food. He may be lurking.
Yeah. If he comes back and hears this, he can talk more about the GNL, because that is one of the brands that I enjoy selling.
We'll discuss it this Sunday.
Sure enough. That's
not that it'll necessarily turn into a Flipside showcase by any means, because I want to talk to Dylan for Dylan. But again, he works at Flipside, and he's the one that really runs coin's flip side. Anyways, Mahogany has a non-tribute Fallout. He loves it, or he likes it. Brad Miller is self-promoting as usual. So Brad Miller has a new Instagram account channel.
Nice.
Feed, sure. They're on the Instagram of all places for an Instagram channel feed account thing. Pedal to the Metal Guitars. Check it out. Follow him. He'll probably follow you back because he's nice that way. Which at some point we're going to give one away. So, and then we'll set up a time date to do that. Whether you hop on one of these Monday shows and we give one away, or which I just want to know in advance so we can promote it. So we have get a good crowd. And because I think we're giving away 2 when he comes on. I'm giving it away now. I'm not giving it away now, but I'm going to give away what the deal is. You know what I'm saying, Terry? I'm giving it away without giving it away. I'm giving away how we're giving it away. Yeah, soon. Sure, perfect.
And no red.
But what I'm saying is because he being American and me being Canadian, we're going to give one away to a Canadian and one away to an American. Simultaneously, side by each, in fact. Who knew? And they're really cool. You know, I've used mine on the channel. I still haven't put the decal on it. The decal's for the height. The height awareness thing. But I got my gauge that I use, and I'm used to it because I'm not. I remember Dave from Dave's World of Fun Stuff. He had like 4 of them, and he was showing how they're all a little different. So the way I see it is this one I like. When I set something to 4/64ths with using that gauge, I like that 4/64. Actually, I don't. I like it more closer to 3. But I know that gauge. I know the sweet spots I like. So I know what to look for. That's what I'm saying. Yeah. Other than that, but the fret rocker, dynamite. I use it. I use it all the time. Even when you don't see me use it, I use it.
He's got a cool
show. Probably not.
EVH tribute vinyl stick or decal or decal, depending on your preference as well. It looks pretty cool.
Yeah, but we can't advertise that because we'll get a cease and desist.
Oh, sorry.
Again.
So let's see here.
Very cool
Yeah,
stuff.
you can pick one up right there. I don't have one here to show up. Brad, there's 2 in envelopes. Am I unaware? Like, is one for me and then I give one away? I'm pretty sure I saw 2 envelopes with them. Or was one supposed to go to Amanda, but she already got one? I don't know. Did I screw up? I'm not aware, but I noticed 2 and I kept them together. And maybe one's supposed to be a prop so I can plug it for him when he's taking over my chat. Terry, he's like, since I'm already spamming your chat, do you think you could hold it up on camera for really, point of purchase impulse buys? I don't know. That's what I'm saying.
This like the way you have it on the bottom right there, it's nice the way you can really see it clearly.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if that comes from the screen the same, but let's see what else we got.
That's interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Cool, man. Looks good.
Yeah.
Nice.
I dig it.
Good stuff.
There's a few people in the community that have them already. I already know that. Trying to think. Do we have anything else?
Zach mentioned something in regards to a Canadian, I guess, business, and I've heard of them, and I just went and quickly looked at them, but I don't see anything that actually is from themselves, even though they claim it.
John DeShane's talking about Luke, another one of my favorite guitar players.
So there's one to give away. I know there's one to give away. What about the other one? I don't know, Jeff. I prefer decal. My sister prefers decal. There's no decal. Sometimes I'll say decal. But most of the time, I prefer decal. There you go. Greg Zeppelin one went off Phil. Yep. Yeah, like, see, I'm not the only YouTuber that Brad's been shoving his product in the face of, Terry, is what I'm saying. He's also been doing it to our friendly neighborhood Phil McKnight as well, apparently.
You got to believe in yourself, man, if you got a good product.
Scott posted his Grail on the face space for sale. I think I sent, yeah, this is what I want. Yeah, you think, I don't know.
EHX, like Holy Grail as in reverb, or?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, or Grail as in I posted my grill on Facebook, my face.
Yeah, 2021 was pedal acquisition for Scott Brockway. He's got north of 100 pedals now. Oh, he's just showing it off. It's not for sale.
Oh.
Okay. I like that pedal.
He's a pedal tease. Scott's a pedal tease, if you didn't know. You gotta watch those pedal teases. Very cool.
My Holy Grail. There you go.
What do we got coming up this week? We've got NAS Canucks tomorrow. Oh, I put it the new Patreon member video today. Did I mention that? Did that. Blooper reel if you haven't seen it already. That turned out to be, 6 to 8 minutes in length. Imagine that, Ben. Yeah, probably would have been more had I kept more, but due to space on my storage of the phone and stuff, what are you gonna do? Later in the week, I shot a video. Already forgot what it was on. Thanks, Jeff. It's on something. It'll be out Wednesday. As a premiere. That's right. It's a premiere on Wednesday.
Is it another taste test?
No, that's Friday. I'm going to do one of those for Friday.
Okay.
Which is not necessarily, because as you know, Terry, the selection of beverages is not the same as when you cross the border. They have more.
Okay.
They just have more, right? Varieties, more. So I'm revisiting as well as, like the Lime Ricky. I haven't had one of those in 20 years.
Yeah.
And so, I got a Pop Chop Orange. I don't know. I love orange pop. I don't remember the last time I had one. Yeah. So if I did, it was probably high when I had it, so I don't remember. I don't know. So we got that. What are some of the other Pop Shop brand cotton candy?
Ooh.
I'm pretty sure that's diabetes in a bottle.
That's meant for, you're only supposed to drink that between the ages of 11 and 13, I think.
I don't ever remember that flavor. So that
and heads up, folks.
There you go.
I lost my taste for cotton candy by about age 7 or 8. I'm not a fan of cotton candy.
I was never a big fan. Jeff K, I think is fat with soft drinks, yeah.
And the third being a Fanta, which 99% of the places where you can find Fanta in Canada, Tom, it's orange all the time.
Yeah.
And then sometimes grape.
Grape. I had a grape Fanta over the...
Okay. I found Fanta Berry.
No.
I don't know what it is. I think
I've had one of those once, and it was kind of...
No spoilers, Terry. No spoilers.
Well,
I don't know. I'm expecting pretty much diabetes in a can because this one's in a can.
Yeah.
I do. Zach says taste has Jim's Pizza. I do not need. I grew up on Jim's Pizza. Zach. Oh, that's the best pizza in town. That's been the best pizza in Trenton for the last 50 years. But I am looking to expand more. I'll see what crushes are available because there's a lot of variety of the crushes, like the Fantas. There's a variety of Mountain Dews apparently, but they're all like the bigger 600, 700 ml bottles. That's a commitment that I am not willing to take.
Yeah,
I would much rather find a can if possible, smallest dispense possible. Preferred in a glass bottle if possible. There is also the variety sometimes they're a little harder to find these days. The Jones sodas, Terry, and
Yeah.
because there's quite a variety, including
Sour apple you got to get.
oh
Yeah, I've had the sour apple.
that will
and
be
I've had the
epic,
cotton
Tom,
candy
because I cannot
versions.
stand sour apple.
That's why I wanted you to do it.
Okay,
It's pretty bad. It's pretty intense.
and I remember having it once, and as I recall, it was not a good experience. So why not try it again? And this was basically 20 years ago. They have a banana one.
Oh yeah.
Ooh.
It tastes like pure chemical. It's not.
Oh.
You know what it probably tastes
See?
like? Does it taste like when you're a kid, if you've ever gotten like a antibiotic in liquid form, or if you've ever had to try it for a niece or nephew or whatever, an antibiotic in liquid form, and it's that artificial banana flavoring kind?
Oh yeah. We've had stuff
You
like
won't
that
find
in
you
the
won't
past.
find Tab.
I love
You will
Fresca.
find Fresca.
I like
And
that.
you know what? For Mark Dillon, because it's popular out on the rock, I will pick up,
Birch
because I've seen it, Terry, I will pick up a pineapple Pop Shop Pop, even though
Yeah.
Pineapple.
I remember, I'm pretty sure I pour out a bottle of it previously in my life. But I'll do it for you guys. And you guys got to watch them, though. That's the key. Watch them, because if you all watch them, well, at least double what are watching now live. Basically, you need a good, let's say 140 views for it to pay for itself, basically. Yeah, and we're not talking much, folks. We're talking about $1.50, $2, to
Right.
basically, yeah, it's a penny a view. Think of it that way. So, check them out. You're going to laugh if nothing else. They're short. I try to keep them under 5 minutes, those ones. And if it's more than 5, well, there's a rant or a sidetrack or
Or an amp and
I don't mind a Fresca on occasion.
Right.
Well, I haven't done a Fresca in a long time. We could try that. But
First
and
was
we
not
and we
bad.
talk, like especially like snack foods, unique snack foods or whatever. If you want to send them on in because those are basically non-perishable, hit me up at the email.
Send Ben one of those
I'll make a
one
video.
chip challenge. Send Ben one of those one chip challenge chips.
But just remember, no maple and no sour apple then.
Oh, and I'd say if you want to send 2, we'll make Amanda do it too, and we'll make it a public one and not just a patron.
That would be awesome.
BC Rich, do they still make Tab? No, actually, I believe it's Coke the Coke branding owns Tab, and last year they decided to finally discontinue it.
Yeah, it's not worth their money anymore, I think. for that.
Yes.
Oh God!
Just send them express.
Yeah,
Hey,
that's,
Leo.
that's the trick. You got to send that stuff express so that you just get it right away there, because it's got to be
So,
there. You have no time to mess with it.
I was thinking too, if I can find some places, if I can find, because it's usually the mom and pops that have these odd little, bootleg soda pops.
Yeah.
We could possibly do a shootout too. Like Grape Crush, Fanta Grape.
have
Can
to
you
let me
tell
know
which
what-
one's which?
Find ahead of time, because if I can find it, we can do one week on air.
Which one has the more chemically induced taste?
Do we do the one chip challenge live on air?
Ooh,
That'd be interesting.
That
If
would
somebody
be-
wants to sponsor that one, Werner's Ginger Ale. Okay.
I think I'd have to
I've
have
had
some
it
ice.
at Werner's.
I think I'd have to have some non-dairy ice cream right next to me if I was going to do that chip challenge. But it would be fun. It'd be worth it.
Yeah, I'd do it. I was thinking root beer. I bet you root beer, because it's so thick, would help.
Root beer float. Make a root beer float for right after you take the bite of
Well, that
it.
makes me a little nauseous just thinking about it. I aged out of floats by about age 7 or 8 as well. I was just like,
Oh, no,
this is
I don't.
too much.
I absolutely do not like root beer floats, but at that point, I don't think I would care.
Yeah.
Or you
I
simply
think
do
I
like
even
Homer
begged off the
Simpson,
root beer
eat a
floats
bunch
and
of
switched
butter.
to like Coke floats at least by the age of
We
6.
used to get. Do you remember when McDonald's sold Coke floats?
No, but there was a couple of restaurants in the area that did. I remember when I was young that we would
I've
stop.
had so many Coke floats.
See, Faygo, it's hard to find any kind of Faygo pop in Canada.
really.
You can only find Faygo juice usually.
Dollar stores have
You
Fago.
got to go to the really cheap grocery stores or the dollar stores. You can still find it, but
Like Dollar Tree has Fago.
yeah,
Dollar Tree used to have the Shasta.
yeah.
They don't have the Shastas anymore. And I love the Shasta. They had the fruit punch. And I was like, it's carbonated fruit punch. This stuff is
I drank a
disgusting but
lot
awesome.
of Shasta as a kid.
Yep. Yeah, it was like 4 cans for $1 or something crazy at the dollar store about 10 years ago.
There was one type of soda when I was a kid. I want to say we got like it was like 10 or 20 of them for $1. They were like 10 cents a piece. It was really cheap stuff though. I'm trying to think what it was called.
There's a last topic to wrap up on that has nothing to do with guitars, but all to do with Canadiana. Cheapest place to buy pop growing up, Terry. By the can, especially. There was one convenience store that had their own store brand discount pop.
Really?
Oh.
Becker's. Remember, Becker's had Becker's brand.
Yes,
Tom,
yes.
they had like the full lineup, like a dozen different flavors. Becker's brand. And when, let's say, a can of Coke would have been 45, 50 cents, Becker's was a quarter.
It's like the Walmart brand. When you
there wasn't.
Walmart
The reason why I don't remember that is because the Becker's brand itself has been gone for so long now.
Yeah, that's why I said growing up, because by the time we were growing it, they were already starting to phase them out to Becker's became Daisy Marts
or Max Milk.
Or Max Milks.
Did you
and
guys
then Max Milks have since been phased out essentially by Circle K, which I'm not going to lie, Terry. When they did the rebranding, they decided to build a brand new Circle K near my old home.
Yeah.
And the layout, Tom, was very much like Circle K, the handful of Circle Ks I'd visited in the United States during my road trips.
Yep.
To the point where when those doors open, I went, it's a little slice of America.
We used to have one when I was at school down in Miami. We had one right at the edge of the campus, so it was the one that everyone walked down.
See, Kootenai? Yeah, well, they were great too because it was the only place I could get a biscuit breakfast sandwich in this country. I walked in, I'm like,
you can get a biscuit breakfast sandwich and a beer, like a big 24-ounce beer, all in the same place. I swear.
Except not here. They can't sell booze here.
Really? See, in the U.S., Circle K makes most of their money off of alcohol.
God knows they do when they had put the Circle K in the infield at Charlotte. The year they did that, I'm like, yes. That means, Tom, I no longer have to worry about coffee in the morning, breakfast in the morning out on the campsite when I'm all hungover and asleep.
Yeah, that's awesome.
As soon as that play, ding, they're like, hey, y'all, good morning, y'all. We only have coffee. We won't have any breakfast items for another hour. I'm like, you know what? I can only keep down coffee for an hour. So that's okay.
That'll get me going, yeah.
Guess what? By the time you wander back to your campsite, have a vape, sip on your coffee, by the time it's getting down, you're like, I could go for another coffee. Guess what? Biscuits are ready.
I was just going to say that's probably been the only cool thing about where I live is that there's 2 Canadian brands or organizations or businesses that actually still exist. In my town itself, we still do have a Daisy Mart, which you had just mentioned. And in the next town over, we actually have a Pizza Delight.
Nice. I remember it was weird. It was a brief time where track branding got involved with store branding where it was a Circle K, but they had in-house basically one cooler that was just Subway sandwiches, Subway menu, Friday Sub, which was awesome. Next to that, where would normally be the Circle K pizza, it was Papa John's pizza.
Yeah, I've seen that.
Which that only lasted like half the weekend because apparently Circle K corporate found out and went, get her out of there. Because I'm like, where's the Papa John's? And by the way, hello, Boner James, if I didn't say hello earlier. So
I think every gas station in my area.
On that note, Becker's Becker's Pop. I miss Becker's Pop. They had a decent root beer. It was very on par with A&W root beer, I remember.
They had so much product under their name, under the Becker's name. There is almost nothing you couldn't get.
Yeah, they did their dairy. They had their own branded dairy. They had... Yeah, like a lot of the convenience store staples. Like, I think they even got into, like, bread. Like, Betty Bread would do Becker's bread as well, type thing.
Yep. Exactly.
Yeah. Basically, ghost building, right? Nothing wrong with that.
Boner Jam got home from paddle tennis and midget tossing. Had another shower. Saying hi to all those boners and bonerettes. What's up, boner?
Definitely. That's been pretty much my drink of choice the last couple of months. I've been sipping on air. A&W root beer.
That reminds me, Irish people try recently on their YouTube channel actually did American Pops. They did Diet A&W root beer, and they were like all, it's like, and I was like, it's actually not bad, the Diet A&W. And then they did the cream soda. The cream soda, they were like, oh my God, this tastes like pure sugar.
Here we go. There's one. I keep saying to wrap it up on. Type a 1 in the chat if you want me. I could do shootouts of like regular versus diet versions and see which are the closest. You know, like Pepsi, Diet Pepsi, Coke, Diet Coke. Which one's the closest? There's so many variants with the Coke. I saw that.
I actually can say, the recent revision of the Coke Zero, I actually like. I went up to the local Circle K
There's two
when
views.
I was able to get a free one. And instead of a regular Coke, I actually got a Coke Zero. For some reason, regular Coke now just does not taste.
Picked up an 18-pack of Coca-Cola today because Dad went through 2 cans somehow overnight.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, which tells me he had an upset stomach. Actually, he told me. Because when I got up today, he's like, I'm having a good day today. I'm like, that's great to hear, Dad. And he goes, yeah, I got up earlier, and he had a craving because I guess we'll do another story. Why not? You mean I hard boil eggs for him to have as snacks, right?
Mm-hmm.
So he had a craving for egg salad sandwiches. One of his favorites.
Nice.
Well, the problem with that, he's got the shakes, Terry. So the thinking.
Right.
So the problem was he decided he had a craving for him at 6:00 this morning. Yeah. Goes to the cupboard to grab a bowl to mix it up in. Is there any single bowls on the shelf, Tom?
No.
Rattle. Mixing up this, I kept just rattling spoons and forks off the bowls. And
Said noise woke you up?
oh, just a bit.
I figured as much.
Yeah.
But hey, at least you'd have an easier time mixing.
He said the problem was, though, then he tried to eat it, though, but because with the shakes, he ended up just mashing the sandwiches up. And he's just like, well, I guess I'm shoveling half a sandwich into my mouth.
There you go.
I would love to try Mexican Coke. And Coke in a glass bottle. Oh, yeah. Just pop in a glass bottle in general. It's better. Cold and in the glass bottle. Nothing better.
Yeah, Doug Strong saying he used to drink 3 liters of Diet Coke a day. Let me just tell you, I used to have a soda fountain with Diet Coke in my house. So I drank at least 3 liters a day.
I think unless you have an actual issue, like a direct issue with sugar, like a real problem with sugar, stay away from the diet drinks. As I think that's a scam because you don't see thin people drink that stuff.
Well, I was thin, but I drank a lot of it, but I worked out like a nut. But
you know what I mean, Tom?
But aspartame.
Most thin people are ordering regular Coke and regular whatever.
It does make you hungrier, actually. And the aspartame in high quantities, it's not the kind of thing if you drink, one or a couple once in a while or whatever, but you're drinking like 12 of them a day of diet ones, man.
Yeah, that's just it.
Aspartame.
If you're having 1 or 2 of a diet soda or some type of diet thing, that's all right. But when you're drinking it almost to the regularity of like what you would, or consuming it to the level that you normally would,
like when you're consuming it to the amount you would normally consume water, that's when it gets bad.
See, you're joking. I remember growing up, I used to drink Diet Sprite because I thought it tasted sweeter than Sprite.
Yeah.
So that says something.
Any kind of aspartame kind of.
I was just like, whoa, yeah, and you couldn't really taste. Yeah, and normally I taste that crap like really bad, but the Sprite, because of the lemon lime mix, it covered it a lot. Masked it. That's the word. So yeah, I didn't mind.
Take care of your junkie.
So now, yeah, we should probably head out ourselves. We're well over. We went almost 2 hours.
Soda pop talk.
Soda pop talk. Yep. Canucks with soda pop, and Canucks with plumbing, and Canucks with a few guitar questions too. So, Tom, any parting words tonight?
I just want to say, appreciate the people that are around you. We had a coworker of mine, a teacher at the school where I work, just passed away yesterday.
Oh wow!
Brain cancer. So I fought hard for 2 years. Military veteran, and it just took him very quickly. So, young guy too, early 40s. So just appreciate what you have and who you have. Not what you have as materials, but what you have that matters, like the Bens and the Terrys in your life for me, and that kind of stuff. Not to be bringing everyone down, but appreciate what you have. That's all I have to say.
Definitely. Terry, parting words.
Absolute Mayhem says, hug a teacher.
He's all about the hugs tonight. I think he's been into the himself. He's all hugging plumbers and teachers. He's holding the sign, free hugs, free hugs.
And they're like, what do you want? He's like, no, just hugs.
As for myself, well, first up, of course, Happy New Year.
Oh yeah, Happy New Year, everybody.
Hope that we all have a better and continued positive 2022.
Continue onward and upward, everybody.
Yes. Also, at this point in time, I'd like to, also kind of further give the message, if you're someone that has followed us out there who hasn't done a channel or thought about joining us on a live stream, like a group social hang or whatever on any various channels, try to pick up a webcam, get a good mic, and please join us. Or
good mic, just a mic. Hell, I think half these, like the Logitech, the built-in mic in the Logitechs, it's not bad.
Yep.
Headphones help. Hey, Rob.
Yeah.
Been a minute.
And join us, or start putting some content. Again, I've been happy for the few people that I've actually offered the same encouragement to, that actually did put up channels, like Dwight Bailey and a few other people.
Ardens recently started doing stuff.
Yeah. So again, ignore the trolls, ignore the negative people.
They're just sad and need a hug.
Yep. In all parts of your life. I mean, whether they're in traffic or on YouTube.
Yep.
Yeah.
And and if you don't choose to activate your channel, if you have a name in the chat, you have a channel. First of all, if you choose not to post anything, that's fine too. Support your favorite channels. That's the other best pizza in town, Zach. Yep.
Yeah. So,
what do you need to start a channel? Just upload a video. That's it, I think. And I think YouTube now actually asks you, do you want to turn your screen name on into a channel? And you say yes. You just follow the prompts. And then you upload a video, and then
any webcam or
and everyone's got a production studio. We went on that. I went on that rant last night.
Everyone's most modern smartphones have the ability to do it.
That's not true. So if you watch, there's an American guy who does a car kind of. He's a country boy channel. It's called Whistling Diesel. I don't know if you've seen it. He has like a little over 2 million subscribers. He still shoots everything on iPhones. He has like 11 iPhones now.
Oh my God!
On them, and when they're full, he uploads that one and just uses different ones with like handheld things. And then he said he kept all the old iPhones because now he has all his old footage on those phones. But he's so antiquated, he still shoots all of it, even though he's got over 2 million subscribers. He still shoots all of it on iPhones. So
just need
it looks
one of these, John. That's all you need.
His video you would never know the difference.
Do you need a tripod? No, you can just lean it against something.
Yep.
That's fine. Hey, Dale.
Or get
little
get a
beanbag.
case like this
popper
that has the little
beanbags. If you play cornhole, perfect for getting your phone at like different angles.
Sure.
Or a case like this, which is like,
there you go.
I think it was like $10
$10
on Amazon.
There you go.
Yep. I've used, C clamps, on the corner of my phone, not tight, but enough to just hold the corner kind of snug, so it'll just hold it upright. That works.
Try and film in the brightest, room.
And just have fun. Like if you have an iPhone, you can get iMovie. It's free. That's what I use to edit.
And also remember, it's the content; it's not the quality. Because you
can get
on VHS or a Blockbuster that sucked that was in 4K. No, you want to see the good movie. You want the content.
You can start using a mic, John. The thing with a mic is, in a way, by default it makes you sound worse because most vlog style mics, they're made to be that far from you, like the mic I currently use. So for me to have it mounted and to get into view, that's why it sounded more of a room echo, and I've since moved the mic closer again. But that mic was like, I don't know, $50-$60 off the Jungle website. I just look for a Rhodes knockoff, a little mini shotgun mic.
And if you want any help or trying to understand that more, just
hit us up.
Back
or
search the videos on my channel.
Yep, there's shit tons of videos on channels on that stuff for recording. Yeah. See, that's the thing, John. It depends on which way you want to go. Do you want to go very DIY, low budget like myself, or do you want to get into an interface and recording directly into your laptop and all that? Do you?
Yes.
You can.
So like Ben said, there's various channels out there that actually have some information on that. My own channel as well too. If you go into my back videos, I show my DI, my mics, I give suggestions for computer systems to put together. So, there's a lot of help around, period.
Low budget then, John. You plug a pedal into that BE100, you put it at a decent room volume, say a bit louder than your voice, sit fairly close to the amp as possible. You want to bring in everything as compact as possible, basically, when you're shooting with a phone. You don't want it much more than arm's length away.
Imagine yourself in a 4x4x4 box sitting down and then try and keep all your stuff within that.
Yeah.
That's how I think of it,
Yeah, because the closer you set to your amp, your voice volume will be similar to your amp volume.
And you can
the closer everything is, you're going to eliminate less room echo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you can record in the room. A lot of people do that as long as you match your levels and don't blow out the mic. Don't.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
and it's hard to blow off a mic these days.
Don't flip the mic. Yeah, they're
especially if you don't use an external mic, a smartphone mic. Think of how many times you've seen people shooting live concert footage and it's not blowing out the audio.
I know
that hasn't happened in years.
It's amazing. It's amazing the way they've improved those.
Yeah, cell phones and basically a cell phone probably within the last probably
same
2
thing.
to 3 years.
It's a small laptop.
And it's amazing actually how well the iPhone mics pick up the room without picking up the room.
The direct, like the near field directed sound. Yeah, it is pretty crazy.
Yeah, like I thought a lot of my videos actually sounded better before I started using an actual mic. So it's, I still have ideas. I'm going to go back to, I'm going to be more compact back along this back line for demos going forward. Everybody hates editing, Scott. That's why everybody doesn't have a channel, because editing, that's the number one factor.
Scott! If it was that simple, sure.
But hey, there's people that do it for a living.
Good video editors make bank, dude. They make into 6 figures. Trust me.
Most of my stuff, I just simply do one-shot recording in OBS. Rarely will I pull it into another thing to cut it up, unless it's something that's really bad. But I mean, really, there's a lot of people that have an appreciation for real time one shot, one roll, one shot videos as it is on YouTube.
And you can even edit that. Like if you were doing one camera thing, make your video, upload it, and then edit it in YouTube Studio.
Yes.
You can do cropping in YouTube Studio. It takes forever to render and stuff, but if you have no rush to actually get it out there to the public, and take your time with it, the tools are within YouTube itself as well. So it really doesn't take much, especially if you do a combo with things. Like if you shoot on your phone, upload it through the YouTube app, you can then use the laptop to do the editing, because the YouTube app, you can't do squat with it as far as editing and shit like that. But you do that within YouTube Studio on an actual computer.
Yeah.
Or you can edit on your phone, or and if say low budget, there are most free apps though. They want to place a logo in your video.
Usually, in regards to
unless you pay. But iMovie does not place a logo. So if you have an iPhone, I don't know if Androids have a free program that doesn't have any logo watermark.
Just the regular stock Google video record app for Android.
There you are.
That works.
There you go. See, I don't know. I've never used an Android phone, so. And I'm not saying anything. I guess it's just my first smartphone was an iPhone. It was easy because I realized the real idiots had iPhones. So I went, you know what? Give me one of those. They're easy.
Yeah, I actually have put up, I think, a couple videos that I've recorded on this cell phone.
So there we are. That's the show. We've gone over 2 hours at this point for the 1 hour show. Saw a thumbtack on the floor. I really need to pick up. Otherwise, I will step on it.
Oh, that's not
YouTube discontinued their video editor. I don't think so. I did it a couple weeks ago. Because I had to remove that portion of the show where I had to blur something out that I mistakenly put on screen. So, on that note, that's Tom. That's Terry. I'm Ben. Again, if you're new, please subscribe. Leave a thumbs up if you haven't already. For the love of God, if you're watching on replay to this point, leave a comment of any kind. Any kind. So, hold those doors open. Let that lady in heady in traffic. Do good things, and good things will happen to you. Why? Doug's wife's real. Doug's wife's real. Yep. So, after going chasing... yeah, I don't want to pick it up with my foot, Charles. That's right there. Dale at the end. Dale at the end. Breaking news.
Your battery guy gets there. Hope your AAA guy gets there soon, Magic Man.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
at the end.
Yeah. So cheers. Rock on. Good to each other, and as always, don't litter.
See you, Marcus.